Just listen.
Little details that tell the world we are not invisible.
Ignore anyone who doubts you.
In the heights, I hang my flag upon display.
We came to work and to live, and we got a lot in common.
I see that I came from miles away.
DRP, y'all, we are not stopping.
Every day, my six days
Until the day we go from poverty to stock options. Today's all we got, so we cannot stop. This is our block. In the heights.
So, when I was looking for a background, I was going to say there was no characters I really liked enough to want them in behind me. So it took forever for me to find something. there wasn't like a standout character. Not saying that it was so bad I couldn't find anybody. But it wasn't just that one that was like, yeah, that was the person I really liked. So I couldn't really look for a photo of that person.
Yeah, now that I think about it, there was no real standout, like, oh, he did great. It was a good movie, but there was no, oh, he was fantastic. It was just,
right.
It was a play, basically.
I mean, yeah, you just go there. It's the music, right? The music one and the dancing is what stands out, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And the music really, like, nothing stuck with me after. Like, I wasn't like, singing songs as I'm like leaving the theater, but the dancing I really liked. Like, I really enjoyed all the dancing, but the songs were cool. They just didn't stay with me after the movie.
Yeah, there's nothing memorable about the songs. Like, it kind of just happened. Like, it wasn't terrible though. Like, I thought it was good. I just can't remember. There's nothing else like when you think about the other play. What was the first play that we always talk about? Hamilton. I always think about the King. Like, he was a standout, and the way he was singing, like that, he was my favorite guy from that. But in here, there's no. I don't know.
Yeah, not really. I mean, the main guy, U.S. Navy or Usnavi.
Navi.
I mean, he did good for like carrying a movie, but even him wasn't like, oh my God, he was so amazing. He was Anthony Ramos. Like he's good. He's a good actor.
Yeah, I thought him, like the three characters behind you, Tasha, I thought were likable, but not be like, hey man, I can't wait. They need to be in more movies. Like they were cool.
Yeah. There was no standout performances. No, okay, so nobody did bad, but nobody blew you away.
Right.
It kind of was what it was.
Not one character you walk away like, hey man, he was really good. Like there's always that one character, or one or two or more, whatever, that you can walk away and be like, hey, I can't wait to see them in more films or whatever. But I feel the same way. I was gonna ask, did you guys feel like obviously the same guy that wrote Hamilton did this.
Yeah.
Kind of shows up the way the songs, the way they rap.
Pretty much spot on the exact same, like everything.
Yeah.
The cadence and everything.
Everything, basically. All they did was put some Spanish in there.
Yeah. Yeah. What's his name? Dr. Dre, Corey Hawkins, he was pretty good too. Like watching him sing and dance, he was pretty good.
Yeah, so nobody dropped the ball. Like you didn't, like, I didn't expect him to do nothing like this, but he didn't drop the ball with it.
Right. He fit in really well. So we all enjoyed the movie then overall. Like it was an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it again, but it was good though.
That was kind of the basis of my rating, was would I watch it again? And the answer is no. Not to say that it was bad, it was still good, but it didn't make me want to like find the soundtrack and I can't wait to watch this movie again. I felt like it was too long. I felt like it was too long.
Yeah.
I didn't get the too long part. I was more bothered because when I watched it, like, all the bad, they were like, yeah, they don't represent us. So when they showed that main girl, I was like, huh, like, it's not my business, but I get it.
You know what I mean? The one that Usnavi was in love with?
Yeah, because I was like, is she even Latin or is she Indian? Like, she looked more like the Kardashian type. Like, she didn't really look. She didn't give me the right vibe, I guess. And then she was singing like Ariel or something. Like it wasn't them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I understand their point, but it's not my business at the same time. Like, she didn't do bad, but I think they could have did better with the casting of it, maybe.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about that because Josh and I saw it together. And so we were kind of talking about that when we were saying, you know, we're not in the room where they're auditioning. So who's to say that they didn't audition, you know, various types of people, color, you know, tones and all that stuff. Who's to say that these were just the best ones for that part? But I wouldn't want them to fill that quota just to do it. Like, oh, let's just make everybody happy. So cast whoever. Like, hopefully they casted who was better for the part. But I did catch myself looking around to like see the different skin tones, and they definitely had a variety in the background. It was just the main characters, and the one girl, the college girl, was the darkest one, and she was still fairly light, but she had the most color out of the whole group. But
I ain't from out there, so that's why I said it ain't really my business. But I could kind of see, like our problems when we talk about black movies. It's like you can kind of see, like, oh yeah, I can see where they had a problem, but it's not my business.
Yeah, no, definitely understand it, but I mean, what can you do? But the girl you were talking about, Lamar, I didn't like her.
I didn't either. That's what I was. I didn't want to say it.
Are we talking about the main love interest, Vanessa, or the other girl?
Yeah.
Was it Vanessa? Was that her name?
Yeah, the one that Anthony was named Anthony Ramos, right?
Yeah.
His character was.
I thought she was very unlikable.
She didn't do it for me, and I didn't want to say it because we kept giving everybody props, like, yeah, they did good enough, except her. Like, it was just something about her.
It was her character. I didn't like her character. The actress
I didn't like
fine.
I didn't like the actress. I didn't like the character. I didn't like the singing voice. It was like it just didn't. It didn't work for me with her. Just her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Like, okay, because all the women he passed up, and then she comes in and she's the one he's sweating over. I was like,
and her attitude was horrible. It was like, why are you so drawn to this girl? She's like stuck up.
Like these two other girls. I thought had more of a personality or something.
Right. Should have been going after what's her name from Orange Is the New Black, the one.
Yeah, Donna Faison.
She seemed like she was she was feeling them.
She tried to.
Was that again?
She tried to get him, but he was like,
"No." I just thought at the beginning she was checking him out, and then I thought he was gonna do something else. Like, I thought there was gonna be like maybe a little like love triangle or something.
I was hoping there was like a little rift.
Get at him.
Yeah,
but that was just one thing. So
it was something about her. Just it didn't. Like I said, I didn't get the Latin vibe from her, and then the Ariel voice I can't stand, because I had a problem with the Ariel voice in the other play. It's like it just it's too cartoony, I guess you could say. The way they sing.
Are you talking about a specific singer from Hamilton, or just?
Yes, in Hamilton, you remember they had the three sisters, and then they had the one lady that sang like she was fucking Ariel. It's like that Disney singing.
It doesn't. You're talking about the one Hamilton's wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
What's funny is Mama Vicky was thinking that it was the same actress.
They sound the same. They sound the exact same. I had the same problem. It's like this Ariel voice. It's like a cartoon voice. You don't believe it. Like everybody else sings, it's kind of like in the moment. But with them, it's always like a spotlight on me. I'm gonna blow you away. Nobody wants to hear that shit right now. Get out of here.
I did like her dancing, the scene at the club. I liked her dancing scene.
That big ass big ass dude was killing it. The one she was.
Oh yeah, and then the thick chick that he started dancing with.
Yeah.
And he thought he had her, and then she started going.
Were those dances from any of the other dance shows?
I'm not sure.
Because at Jennifer Lopez one, they had a bunch of Puerto Rican dancers, and I was wondering because the guys with the legs, the guys with the fast ass legs, I thought some of them were from that.
That'd be interesting to look up. I'm not sure. I didn't. I recognized like people from Hamilton, and then like I said, there was a drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race that was in there too, but I didn't pay attention to the dancers. But I'd be curious to know that. But you know, speaking of Jennifer Lopez, you know, Mark Anthony, her ex-husband, was
in there
the
looking
uncle.
rough too.
Theo. Oh yeah.
He was looking rough.
Nah, he wasn't singing or dancing. He was just drinking beer.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be that I'm a gangster guy. I got it. I understood his role.
Yeah,
he was looking rough.
Very. Was he an alcoholic? Was that his deal too?
It was like he wasn't shit. You could tell he was like tied into the streets. He just wasn't shit. Like he cared about his son, but he was like, I'm not in a position to raise him. That was his whole thing. So I understood what he was doing.
Was that where, because like I said, the movie was too long. So there was a couple moments when I kind of checked out. Was he trying to get him to go with him to DR? Is that why he was talking to his? Okay.
Yeah, because he wanted him to. He wanted the permission to take him.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he said he had all these documents or all these things he was telling his dad, and his dad was all like, what are you paying, man? Checks or cash?
Yeah.
I was saying you can do cash. So that now the whole thing about him, he's not documented.
No, and I didn't get that. I didn't get that all the way till Katrina pointed it out when they were talking about college, and they were like, "You got to have something to get in college."
Yeah,
and he was looking all sad. And then she said it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it now." That's why he said checks or cash.
Okay, I didn't pick up on that part. I felt like that whole undocumented thing just came out of nowhere, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I didn't pick up on that. Beginning,
yeah. It's like I guess if we don't know, we don't know. Because the way he said it, and then dude kind of looked down like, "Damn, you're right," but we didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get that question. So okay, that makes sense now. But yeah, it was a lot of points at the end when I was like, okay, it needs to end now. Okay, it needs to end now.
I thought the first hour was cool, was entertaining. Like at first it started like I was like, all right, goddamn it now. I don't know if I'm gonna be feeling this movie, but as time went on, I started to enjoy it. But then the second half, I was kind of like, when I went to the restroom, I checked the time. It was like, it's only been an hour. I was like, okay, well, I wasn't completely bored, but I was kind of like checking out. Then I'm like, okay, this song's cool. Then checking out again. Like it was kind of on and off for me, like a bumpy ride after the first hour.
And it was predictable.
I didn't really feel like that. I kind of was into it. Like through the whole thing. Like, okay, so there was one sad scene when the grandma died. When the one of the grandma, that was kind of sad. Like when they showed that whole transition.
Yeah, I called that though. I leaned over to Josh.
Oh yeah,
like, she's about to die, and she won the lottery.
I was like,
oh yeah, we predicted that. We predicted that together. When they were looking for the lottery ticket, we was like, oh, grandma won it. Like when they did the whole, somebody won. We don't know who it is. I was like, yeah, grandma won. And then when she laid down in the bed, she kept staring at him. We were like, oh, she's about to die.
Yeah, I thought maybe the Jimmy Smits. That's who that was, right? Jimmy Smits. I thought he was gonna be the one who won, but then I was like, but that doesn't make sense. He would have claimed it. He was the dad.
Oh, the dad
of the college girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, he would have claimed it and used that money to pay for her college. So I was like, that doesn't work. And then when the grandma started, like, you could tell something was wrong. I was like, oh shit, it's her ticket and she's about to die. So.
Yeah.
But she forgot about it. It seems like she placed it in this little thing.
I don't think she forgot about it though. No, I think she wrote a note on it.
She put for Usnavi on it.
Okay. So, well, I mean, because it was like hidden, is like in the window or something, like in a
little box thing. Yeah.
Because he didn't see it until he cleaned out the house, and then he looked and it was by the window. He almost left. He's like nobody would get that until the next people that arrived. Into like
fuck Usnavi, this is mine.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. You're like, I'm gonna fucking cross that shit out, right? And then means it says Navy. I was in the Navy, so
and Katrina pointed out the fact that he can't cash that ticket because it was at his store. Like he can't. She said by law you can't do that. I'm not sure about that, but she said by law he shouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, I didn't know that because he was about to, but he didn't go because the bipolar chick came over and was like celebrating with them and then went off on him. So unless that wasn't the appointment he was going to, because remember he made a phone call and he was like, what time do you guys close? But then he ended up at the lawyer with his cousin to sign all the documents.
Yeah. So okay, so he was planning on cashing it in, and then he told the lawyer, he was like, I don't have time. He was like, I gotta leave. So hold this form and cash it in and pay for it, which was a stupid ass plan. Like you could have took some of that money. I don't know what his plan was.
Yeah.
Give it to him in increments or some shit. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So he just had like a bunch of money to saved up to go back to what's called where was he going? Dominican.
DR, yeah.
To DR.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
like,
know what his money situation was.
Yeah, I didn't know because it seemed like he was at a certain time.
But he made it seem like it didn't cost much to go wherever he was going and just to rebuild. His plan was just to start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't seem like he was taking a loss by doing it. That
Anybody
whole situation was weird as fuck, though.
Anybody predicted the twists at the end?
You know what twist I wanted? When he was like, ask your mother, I wanted it to be the girl from Orange is the New Black.
Like that was gonna be the shocking thing. Like, oh, he's gonna, they're with somebody else.
Okay, so for the fact that the kids were speaking English, all the little kids, I was like, he can't be. I was like, maybe he went out there on a vacation or something. But I was like, there's no way he moved and these kids are speaking English. Is he really related to that little girl? Because she looked exactly like him.
She did. I don't know.
The one that was calling him dad. She looked exactly like him.
Shoot, the girl that what's her name? The one going out with Corey Hawkins, her little version looked like her. Like they were related. Like that was. I thought that was a good casting choice.
Which one?
Girl. Remember like the what's her name? This girl right here.
Nina.
Yeah. Would she like? I guess it's a little version of herself.
Oh, she's like reminiscing on when she was growing up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought
that was good casting.
Yeah.
So good casting, right?
Except for the fucking main girl. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I don't know if it's the acting, if it's the character. I couldn't really tell. Like, I would have to see her in another movie, and then see if she does better or worse than that.
I don't like I said. I'm not gonna say she's a bad actor. I'm not even gonna say she's a bad singer. I just didn't like her in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, she's probably great for voiceover. Like sing for a Disney movie, a Disney cartoon movie, not for this shit. Like everybody's doing all of this swag and Latin swag, and then she's coming with this fucking under the sea voice. Like, why do we keep doing this?
She was a downer too when they were all when the lady, the salon lady was leaving, and she was trying to get everybody to dance and stuff. And then the teenage boy, the little cousin, like comes through trying to figure out what's going on, and they both just bring the whole party down. I was like, "Jeez, you're such a downer."
No, but that part was necessary. I got it, but it's just her. It's like I said, there was a certain flair. Like when we talk about what the fuck is the name of the first play? Why do I can't ever think of the name of it?
How do you not remember the name Hamilton?
Hannibal. Even in Hannibal, when they fucking like everybody's doing the rapping, the soul singing, all of this, and then you have the fucking mermaid lady. She's singing over the top with the I'm a human now from a mermaid. It's like you don't need that voice in that role. It kind of takes you out of the whole thing. It's annoying.
I'm surprised. What's his name? Lin Manuel. I keep on forgetting his last name. His full name. The guy who wrote Hamilton. Miranda. Is it Lin Manuel Miranda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought he was gonna have a bigger role in this movie, but he's just the guy moving the little.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect him doing that because they said in the play he was the main guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was Hamilton.
So I respect him not doing that.
No, in this he was Usnavi.
Yeah, he was the main guy
on the Broadway show. He played Usnavi.
Wait, Lin Manuel?
Yeah.
I thought it was Hamilton.
This came out before Hamilton.
Oh,
on
he wrote them both.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah. He wrote them both. This was first, and on Broadway he played Usnavi.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I respect him not doing that. The battle he had with the ice cream truck was hilarious. But I was like, yeah, I'll take the ice cream truck over your shaved ice all fucking day.
No, I was looking at the way the guy was counting his money and looking at the ice cream man was all like
was looking at Lin Manuel. He's like licking his thumb and counting the money and looking at it.
He was from Hannibal too.
He was. It took me forever to figure out who he was. He's George Washington.
Yeah.
I was like, who is he? He looks familiar.
Yeah, he's from Hamilton.
Yeah.
He plays George Washington, the white guy.
No, he was black. I don't know what the fuck he is.
He's mixed.
I don't know what the fuck he is.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Josh, not the guy, the president guy. Not him.
Oh,
he was George Washington, the battle in the battle and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, gotcha. Now I'm thinking, I got a little bit confused.
Him. You mentioned earlier the King from Hamilton. Did you recognize the song when he was on when the dad with the college girl was calling the college and he was on hold and it was the music playing?
I didn't catch that.
It was the King song.
No, I was sitting. It was like Mom. It was Guy, Mom, me, then Tasha. And then once that song was going off, Mom was like, "Oh, that's from Hamilton." And then Tasha go, "Oh, that's from Hamilton."
Like they just said that.
I'll take your word for it. I don't remember it, but yeah, okay.
You should have leaned in and be like, "Hey, y'all, that's from Hamilton."
yeah. I just tried to, hey, everybody, Hamilton. It was like,
I didn't catch that.
And then 4 other kids in the background.
Punk ass kids.
Yeah. Don't know
you said punk ass kids?
Yeah. Punk ass kids in the theater.
I mean, they too young for this shit. They should be watching F9 or anything.
Did they ruin it or something?
No, they just kept making noise.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't consistent, but it was like every so often, like they would make noise, and I was just like, oh my God. So and then at one point they all like ran out and then they ran back in. It's like, oh my God.
You should have been like, sit down. Just do one of those real loud, like sit down. And they all
sit down and shut up.
You guys are so funny.
Say it's third. Say it's third. They'll get it.
What else did I wanted to say about this movie?
When Dr. Dre was rapping at the fucking when the girl showed up and he's like, yeah, get on the mic, and then he just started rapping, I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh, he was directing traffic.
Yeah, but he was like, oh, we got a special guest in the house, and then he just started rapping. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck he's saying right now.
I didn't even know that was something that existed.
Yeah, I didn't even understand what he was doing.
And then at the end, when they have the blackout and he does that, like, how were people supposed to hear that if there was no electricity?
So what, he was directing traffic, but they didn't have. How do they know what the traffic is?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
It was funny.
Phones on or anything? Like, did he have a screen?
That's what I'm saying. It was a blackout. How are you directing traffic?
Yeah.
But it was hilarious. He did all of that, and then the woman that was sitting there, she was like, "You thirsty as hell." That shit was funny to me.
I'll say this: the movie did, like, all the comedic moments in the movie did land. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought the parts that were supposed to be funny, were funny. So that's what kind of won me over. Like, okay, I like this movie. I like this movie.
Yeah, it was fun. It was entertaining. The part that really made me laugh was when we found out how he got his name. Like, that had me dying. It took me a second too. I was like, because I couldn't figure out when they were saying his name, I was like, he's got an interesting ass name, but I couldn't really form the name in my head. So it took me a second when I saw U.S. Navy, and I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That part had me cracking up. But I did like I said, I liked the club scene with the dancing. I loved that whole dancing routine. So, but the dancing is really what stuck.
It seems like the dancing is what stands out in all of these shits now. All of the musicals. Mm-hmm. Like, even if you go back to the Christmas one with what's his name?
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah. The dancing in that stood out too. It was like, oh, they're killing it. Even and in this, like, the dancers was like moving. It's not no bullshit like just 1, 2, and 1 and 2. They were like fucking moving. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the face that DeMarcus was making when he was rapping in the pool though. Like, when he was like, he thought he was spitting bars. Like, calm down, DeMarcus.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, yep, When it first came on, I was like, what the hell is DeMarcus doing on this? You told me DeMarcus was on here.
Nobody said DeMarcus gonna be rapping in the pool. Oh man,
real.
That's what everybody said. That looks like DeMarcus. But yeah, the little thing he was doing with his face where he was like rapping.
Yeah, like he was
to the
just
side.
like, I'm killing it. Like, calm down.
Yeah. That I did. Yeah, that bugged me too. But
A little cringeworthy, little bit of cringeworthy. Like,
yeah, it
you're
was
not.
like, ew, is it gonna end? When's his rap over?
Yeah, you're not bussing like that. Stop, and then don't do the hands.
He was cute though. I liked his character in the movie.
He's funny. What have I seen him in before though? He was a kid in something else.
He did look familiar. Was he in Vampires in the Bronx, or did you see that?
I saw Vampires in the Bronx. I don't think that was him though.
Seen that one.
He was like a nerdy kid with glasses, something along, like, I don't want to say hella long ago, but he was like younger. I just can't think of what he was in. But I could picture it.
Yeah, he was in Vampires in the Bronx.
Oh, he was in that?
Yeah. I think he was he the main kid? I don't know if he was the main kid or just one of the friends, but
that's not a memorable movie.
Vampires in the Bronx.
Never heard of it until just now.
It's on it's a Netflix movie. I like Jesus and Marrow, so that's how I heard about it, because the kid Marrow is in it, and his voice is actually, he's like a radio host in the Heights in the very beginning. When you hear like the radio guy talking, that was Marrow from that. So that's the only reason why I knew about Vampire in the Bronx.
I ain't gonna say it's a terrible movie, but you can live without it.
It's what it is. It
is what it is.
I'm not gonna watch it again, and I'm not gonna recommend it. But anything else about this movie you guys want to touch on, or you want to close it out?
Nah, it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say. When I say it like that, it makes it sound like it was bullshit. It was a good play movie. I'm not gonna watch it again, but it was. I think it was, as far as play movies goes, it was good.
Yeah, I would recommend it for people who like play movies, or like even if you like musicals, it's still worth it. Yeah, if you like Talented, it's still worth to check it out, because it does have that. Like I said, the music, the rapping, like lyrics, the style of that, because it's written by the same guy.
Right.
One thing I thought was kind of cool, but it was kind of like random, because they didn't do this until one song, the 996, what's it called, 96,000 song or whatever, about winning the lotto.
The ticket.
And they kept on having that little special effects.
Oh yeah.
I did like that.
That was cool. When you talk about when they kept switching, like the kid would be changing clothes and they'd be like, "Dad, just keep doing it."
Yeah. I was like, it's kind of random, but I felt it. I went with it.
Yeah.
I think that was like the only time they actually did something with like special effects.
Right.
There was another routine where they kind of started doing it, but it didn't go through. It was when Corey Hawkins and the college girl were at like the basketball court, and they started like singing. She wanted to listen to her, what did she say?
Let me listen to my street.
Let me listen to my block.
My block, yeah, my block.
She had to listen to her block, and then they had their whole routine.
Oh no, okay, so it was clean when they started walking on the ceiling and shit. Like before she left, when they started walking on the side of the bed, I thought that was clean.
That was so dope.
Yeah.
As I said, the dance routines were I liked a lot, but I totally forgot about that one, Josh. So that was really cool how they were doing when they were walking down the street and they had all the special effects. Like they would draw it out and like use it for whatever they were rapping about. That was really dope.
Yeah. I guess that's the song I like the most because of that scene. I mean, I didn't think the songs weren't terrible. They were catchy, but not catchy enough to be like, I like this one song. It's in my head. Nah.
Yeah, I can't even think of no song to quote right now.
I'm surprised you remember the title of that song, because I couldn't tell you the words or titles or.
The reason why they kept on talking, talking about Frodo Baggins the Shire. I'm like, oh, that's from Lord of the Rings. Or, they kept on saying like all these iconic stuff.
That's why it stuck with
the movies. Yeah, I was like, oh damn, they know that shit. Okay, that's cool.
So I gave this 3.5 stars, and it's just because it's not a movie I would watch again.
I gave it 4, and it's more so based on, I put it in the category of play movies, so I gave it a 4 for that. I'm not gonna watch it again, but it was good. Like I would say, watch it once.
Right.
I'll give it 3 stars. It's a cool movie. maybe 3.5 if it wasn't for maybe shave like 22 minutes off of it. Maybe I get that 3.5, but
make it maybe 2 hours.
Cut out that last. No, 3 stars. 3 stars is good in my opinion. You know, that's cool. That's good enough.
Yeah.